While I wouldn't call it my favorite franchise, I wholly acknowledge the Alien series' importance to the horror genre. The first film was the perfect blend of horror and sci-fi, but as the series went on, I think the series moved further and further away from horror and leaned more into action-adventure. Well, Evil Dead and Don't Breathe director Fede Alvarez is here to push it back into the horror genre with Alien Romulus. Let's talk about it. Alien Romulus is new in theaters from 20th Century Studios. It's directed by Fede Alvarez and written by Fede Alvarez and Rodo Sayagues. Kaylee Spaney plays Rain, an orphan who struggles to earn enough work points to leave the mining planet she resides on and move to another planet where she can actually see the sun. When her trip off-planet is declined, Rain is desperate, and with her synthesoid companion, Andy, played by David Johnson, accepts an invitation from her friends to leave the planet on their own and sneak into an orbiting science station called Romulus, like the name of the movie, to retrieve cryo units that will take them to their sunny destination. Little do they know, the abandoned space station isn't empty. It's filled with a fresh crop of facehuggers just waiting to hug some faces. Functioning as a sequel to the original Alien, Alien Romulus is a solid entry in the franchise. It may be my third favorite after, of course, the first and second one. Still, Alien Romulus is at its weakest when it plays as a greatest hits version of the entire franchise. There are moments when iconic lines are repeated from the first two Aliens films that fell flat for me and made me feel somewhat embarrassed for the film. While I didn't mind the film borrowing the basic story structure from the first one, the callbacks in the script were much more difficult to swallow. The story structure is basically the same as Aliens: get in and get out of a space station before it blows up, and these space millennials would have gotten away with it too if not for those pesky xenomorphs. Yes, these are all youngsters taking on the aliens, and what this film is missing is that grungy blue-collar trucker feel of the cast of the first film. Here they have shaggy hair and good teeth, like they all just jumped out of a Banana Republic catalog. The lack of variety and age of the cast is going to turn off some, but for the most part, the intense pace and some key performances made me turn a blind eye to it all. The cast is serviceable, with the standout being David Johnson as the out-of-date yet loyal synthetic human. There's such a hound dog sadness to his droopy eyes that makes you immediately think he's suffered ages of torment. He bears the brunt of all of the abuse as well, as others in the group have issues with synthesoids. Andy's loyalty to Rain is the heart of the movie. And in order to be scared, you have to care about these characters in peril. Thankfully, the lead, Kaylee Spaney, works as the spunky Rain. She lacks that gravitas of Sigourney Weaver, but despite the fact that she's a dinky little lass, she sells the toughness as the film never makes her do any kind of superhero acts and keeps all of her action within the limits of her size and strength. The main theme of Romulus is very similar to that of Aliens, that being losing a loved one. In order for this mission to be accomplished, Rain must make a sacrifice and is willing to do so, but it's no easy decision. The film makes it a choice whether to leave someone behind rather than someone dealing with the regret and remorse of leaving a loved one that was prevalent in Ripley's Aliens arc. In that movie, Ripley was trying to redeem herself. In Romulus, Rain must make a decision. It's a slight variation on the theme, but enough of a change to make Romulus thematically different. What impressed me the most about Alien Romulus was that it did harken back to the franchise's horror roots. While the in-and-out story structure is all aliens, there's much more of an attention to the body horror and conventional haunted house atmosphere with the maze-like abandoned space station. We see a few new tricks up the xenomorph's sleeves in terms of how resilient they are, and we also get some more clues into the Weyland-Yutani's interest in the alien, which adds to the conspiracy and mystery angles of the franchise. Alvarez tosses in some intense scenes of the alien pursuit through the tunnels and some jump scares that actually work. Nothing as horrifying as the jump scare in the tunnel with Tom Skerritt in Alien, but still I shot back in my chair a time or two. One of the more interesting turns is that there's more of an attention to the xenomorphs in their various phases of development, with facehuggers skittering around the ship after folks like creepy little spiders, and hibernation cocoons that retain the icky vaginal shapes seen in Geiger's original designs. Sure, taking the story forward and possibly doing something new with the franchise would have been cool, and maybe we'll get that with the Alien TV series coming next year from Noah Hawley. Still, this is a quality installment to the series. It doesn't have stupid scientists taking their protective masks off on a foreign planet, or someone stapling a cesarean operation shut and then running, jumping, and fighting aliens for another hour. So at least it doesn't have the head-slapping logic from Scott's prequels. Much like his Evil Dead remake, Alvarez doesn't reinvent the wheel with Alien Romulus, he just updates it with some solid, serious scares, a fast pace, and a modern edge. I had a good time with it. It looks and sounds great, the central theme got me invested, and I jumped a few times. Plus, the practical effects were downright amazing to behold. What more do you want from an Alien movie? Did you see the movie? Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. Please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're doomed. God live the life that you are meant to be. Live inside